Hello, everyone, and welcome to a brand new blind Let's Play by me, Sanfei. And this Let's Play, I am going to be playing the Thaumaturge, which, I don't know, maybe you've heard of this game, maybe you haven't. It literally released March 4th. Anyways, I stumbled across this game about, let's say roughly a year ago as a random suggestion on Steam for upcoming games. And I was like, this sounds interesting. And so I put it on my wish list. And every now and again, while I'm cleaning out my Steam wish list, I stumble across it. I'm like, yeah, no, that still sounds interesting. So, anyways, this released. And I was expecting, okay, sure, RPG, has some historical fantasy elements, but this is like early 1900s sort of history versus like medieval history, which I feel is less common for like fantasy-esque stories. And so I was like, all right, cool. And then on top of all of this, one of the things that I've kind of been craving to play is a mystery game. And some of the reviews for the game for people who had early access were like, hey, the mystery in this is really good. And I'm like, oh, I wasn't expecting there to be mystery in this. This kind of like bumps it up my list on how much I want to play it by like a lot. And so, yeah, I'm going to give this a try. I hope you all enjoy this as well. Because, yeah, I don't know what to really expect. And I hope you will all enjoy coming on this journey with me. The other thing is that one of the things I do know ahead of time is this is turn-based combat. So I get to be a little more calculating in that aspect. Or at least that's what my hope is. Versus relying so much on my reaction times. And I'm hoping that will be a nice break from all these other games that I've been playing where it's just like, oh my god, I've got to precisely parry and like be more accurate with where I'm swinging. So yeah, I was like, let's give this a try. So let's dive in to a new game. I haven't even like started a game up yet, so this will be interesting. Yes. Themata is a word deriving from Greek, and it means miracles. A thaumaturge, or a tempermancer, is one able to discover secrets lingering in persons or places. They recognize flaws or stigmas imprinted on the human psyche and can bring them to the surface. Are they a doctor of souls? It is impossible to fully name the essence of a thaumaturge without being born one. All right.
For years I've been seeing you in my dreams, and lately more and more. I know it's you, but I can no longer recognize your face. I don't know if I'd recognize you if I saw you. I I hope your condition hasn't worsened much since you last wrote. I can hardly imagine what a nightmare you're going through. Remember, you're not alone. I'm sure our father would be happy to help, if only you asked him. I assure you that for now, I haven't said a word to him about your search or your health, just as you requested. He doesn't know your intention, and with God as my witness, he'll not find out from me. I know you think the only thing that can help you is a miracle. But such itinerant miracle workers, preachers, and folk mystics often take advantage of those in grave condition who are desperate or seeking help. I hope the man you're pursuing can actually ease your mind. But if not, remember that in the end, we will find a way to help you. Just because we can't see it now does not mean it doesn't exist. Send word as soon as you get there. I want to know you are safe. With as much love as I have. Ligia.
Interesting. Alright. So that's setting up some lore.
Could you spare a moment for me? I'd like to send a telegram.
Of course. Pardon me, sir, but are you feeling all right?
I don't sleep well.
Yes, thank you.
You're not looking your best.
Thank you.
What's your message?
Let's be nice.
Take this down, please. Arrived. I think I have found him. I hope he will receive me. I will write as soon as I am able.
And payment?
On receipt.
Anything to add at the end?
Be nice to my sister, probably. Probably? Yeah.
Please add, my love to you, my sister.
Touching. From whom?
My name is Wiktor Szulski. S-Z-U-L-S-K-I. And Wiktor with a W, not a V.
Interesting name. Where's this headed?
Warsaw. Russia.
And this is supposedly Georgia. Russia here and Russia there. Russia everywhere. On every map.
Maps change. I know. Let's get on with it.
Pardon?
Nothing. Just talking.
I was talking to myself. Which way to the village?
The coachman is picking up the mail. Maybe he'll give you a ride.
Thank you.
Loony.
Indeed. Alright, cool. Find the miracle worker in the village. You can now move. Really about the locations. With Wazd. Alright, last letter. Dear Anthony, it feels like ages have passed since your last letter, or maybe it's just the winter that makes everything Good and warm seem distant. As you can guess, the life of an exile does not spoil me. Years ago, I was uprooted from my homeland and sent to a foreign land among foreign people to fight under the Russian banner. And how am I today? I live among people who hate me. I am losing my health and my mind and cultivating the land that I fertilized with the blood and flesh of its sons. And I can't leave here. I can't stop reminiscing. Death seems to be my only means of escape. Please pray for me constantly. P.S. I don't think this letter will make it through the censorship, but if it does, please tell Anelika that the thought of her brought me solace until the very end. Okay. What else do we have? Oh gosh. Please, dear Yanko, please stop with the gentry snobbery and listen to what I have to tell you. Times are changing. You can no longer rely solely on property ownership. The peasants are different now, and it is not at all clear how things will turn out in the coming years. You just have to look wherever you turn. You hear about the revolts and peasant guerrillas going at the lords with pitchforks. We have to protect ourselves. Have something on the side, some business that will allow us to live with dignity. That's why I'm telling you for the last time. Go to the bank in Tiflis and take a loan against half of our assets in the Caucasus. Invest in the oil business in Baku. The railroad is already getting there and the world needs kerosene. You need to act. I will send you all the documents and authorizations. Don't delay any longer. Greetings, Lou. Ah, yes, that does remind me. One of the things that popped up in my first time opening the game, when I fiddled with all the sound settings and everything, there was a comment. Oh, nice. So I have an inventory. That does point out that this, despite having a bit of a fantastical nature, is set in our world in history, and as such, there are reflections of prejudices and injustices of the past that are depicted in this game, and I forget all the things that it said specifically, but this is kind of the standard that we reflect these because that is what they were at the time. It doesn't make that right then or now, but it would also be a shame to erase that fact. So therefore, they are present. Please be aware, and they are not a reflection of. Okay. They're not a reflection of the developers of this game. Dimension Force Heart is 1. Okay. Interesting. And you're who I'm talking with at the moment. Or the ghost I see. Sorry, I'm like exploring all of the menus as well while I say this. But yes, I suppose perception. As a Thaumaturge, you possess exceptional perception. You can see things that are hidden from sight. You can anticipate the enemy's actions, and you can follow traces of emotions, thoughts, actions, and words, and you can reach your goal easier. More. Maybe that was it. Okay. The Tiflis Herald. The tragic events of August 29th have cast a shadow on the city of Tiflis, leaving it in deep mourning. Yesterday's rally, where reform proposals set out by Minister Alexander Bulligan were to be discussed was brutally interrupted by Cossack troops that stormed inside municipal board buildings. Armed Cossacks entered the conference room, wreaking havoc. In the turmoil, 60 people were killed and over 100 were injured. People are shocked at another instance of unjustified aggression against the nation of Georgia. Many believe more mass strikes are inevitable. Hello.
Hello. Are you going to the village by any chance?
Hello there. Where else? There's nowhere to go here, sir. The station, the village, and the cemetery. That's all. A horse can't go any higher.
The village is what interests me.
Well, if you've got reason to be there, climb in.
Is there a healer?
So is it just locals living in the village?
Who else would want to live in a shithole like this?
I actually meant, is there anyone visiting, a guest?
Besides me.
Ah, you came for some healing. Well, he's no guest here. He's been here months, my friend. The people are tormented, so he's sure got folks to heal.
Where might I find him?
I bet he's still in the tavern. He prays this time of day. Oh, he prays a heck of a lot.
No,
You getting in?
sounds like he drinks.
Or what?
A heck of a lot. Alright.
I'd be grateful.
Always nice to have someone to shoot the breeze with. Nothing to see around here. This is everything. Hard to get lost in this place. Head to the tavern over there, past the little square, up the steps. They'll tell you where the preacher's at. Or this time of day, he'll be there himself.
Thank you.
Alright. Protective charm made of string, sticks, and feathers. It's supposed to protect the residents from the influence of evil powers. Alright. Let's see. Proletariatus Bridzola. Soon the day will come when the people will throw off their hated shackles with one stroke of the mighty arm hardened by work and struggle with misery. They will get rid of the despised Tsar. May the recent events so agonizing for many be a torch that will kindle the flame of a just resolution. It will only take a few people to raise their heads proudly and abandon their work for the flame, to become an inferno that will consume the oppressor and cleanse our lands. It is already happening. Workers in major cities are preparing for action, and the country folk are also joining the fray. The hour of trial is upon us. Let us not lose heart. Alright. I can talk to you?
Gentlemen, is this the tavern here?
Hey, Putnik. You coming from far?
Indeed, I'm tired.
Nice boots. They warm?
Oh dear. Proud answer. It only draws from your flaw of pride's level, but will also feed it even more. Hang on, what is... Okay, so that's my log. This is probably going to incite a fight, I feel.
Actually, I have particularly warm boots. Thanks.
And sooner or later, these might kick their arses.
Don't tempt me, Luca. Don't tempt me. Give me a sec. Got to sort out formalities with this tourist.
It's your snummy. We are the Tsar's soldiers.
Those don't look like soldiers' faces. Closer to thieves.
I don't
Wow.
think he'll talk to us voluntarily.
Okay, I think I'm getting into combat. Victory conditions. When your enemies lose their health points, you win the fight. When the enemy's health points are shown on the bars below their feet, while yours are represented in the bar bottom left. Okay. Anything else? Okay, no. Planned attack. Really just a quick attack. Wow, I hit you harder with my bare hand. Okay, let's take you out. Actions cube. Perception allows you to anticipate the enemy's action. To find out what they're planning, unfold the actions queue at the top of the screen. So up here. Ah! Okay. Each skill has its own speed. Slower skills are more powerful but require preparation, bringing the risk of an enemy attacking first. Okay. So that lets me go twice. So we both... Regardless, he's gonna get in another hit. But now... There we go.
Serves the Ruskies right. They won't report us. They'll be too embarrassed to admit some cripple got the better of them.
Oh, good. Okay, cool. The camera is kind of moving on its own a bit there. Alright, clearly I should go inside. I can pet the
Good
dog.
boy.
We don't actually get to see the dog getting pet. That's unfortunate. Alright, Thaumaturge points. On the Grimoire's cover, there are available points that you can spend on a tree. Skill upgrades improve your powers within any dimension, and hunt solitaires to enable further development. Okay. Enables using perception in the dimension heart. Okay, interesting. So... You can buy upgrades in the development panel. I'm guessing that's this one. Once acquired, assign the upgrade to an attack. Okay. Flaws. Many people have flaws, but only thaumaturges are aware of their existence. These are blemishes on a personality created as a result of turbulent experiences. They attract solitaires and allow young thaumaturges to make a pact with their first solitaire. Your flaw is pride. If you nurture it by making the right choices, it will impact the course of events for the future. Got me into trouble on more than one occasion, but also kept me out of it sometimes too. It is an integral part of me. Okay. Alright, worth noting, these do not cycle around when using the keys. Alright, so I could... So this gives me the skill upgrade of Gamble. And adds a point to the dimension of heart. Restores your focus. Reduces focus by an additional 1 point if the enemy is in a suffering state. Dimension, force, word. No, hang on. Fortune gives 50% chance of interrupting the enemy's planned action. Restore focus. Well, I don't have any of these, so I guess let's build this way. Perfect efficiency. Huh. Interesting. All right. Wonderful. I'm guessing that's who I'm looking for. News from Yerevan. Our correspondents report that the newly appointed Governor General of the Yerevan province, Prince Napoleon Louis Joseph Jérôme Bonaparte, has just arrived in town. The highest officials were present at the welcoming ceremony, followed by a dinner with representatives from Yerevan's most eminent families. The Governor General's address to the townspeople is expected within the next few days. Interesting. Alright. Cute. I like how there's a gate here to prevent me from going upstairs. Alright, let's chat.
Forgive me, sir. Is your name Grigory Yefimovich Rasputin?
I forgive you.
I'm sorry. It's just I've been looking for you for a very long time, and...
And you expected a stinking simpleton, an illiterate who swindles sick people and claims he can speak to God himself. I already said I forgive you.
Yes, I've heard. Especially in Petersburg. I've also heard about the healings. Even hopeless cases. Inexplicable ones.
And what do you believe in?
Probably wouldn't admit the first precisely. So let's say we want to see for ourselves.
If you help me, I'll believe all of it. And please believe me when I say I've tried everything short of a miracle. And I know the meaning of that word. I'm a Thaumaturge.
Where are you coming from?
Let's say Warsaw.
I'm from Warsaw,
So, from Russia.
Poland.
From which Poland? The Russian one, the German one, or the part
Yeah.
that belongs to Austria?
From Warsaw.
Do you have a name?
Wiktor Szulski.
On my path, I've already come across people who've lied to me about their problems, and then gone around calling me a charlatan. After them, others arrived, with pitchforks and torches, and I had to endure insults and spit in my face, or flee for my life. And now you say you're a wizard from an imaginary country that no one has seen on a map in over 100 years. Forgive my amusement. I haven't had my first coffee yet.
I forgive you, and I'm still asking for help.
Prove you're a Thaumaturge, and I'll hear what you have to say.
Okay, then. I guess I don't really have a choice.
What would you like me to do, sir?
I've met a few of your kind, so I know what you're capable of. Find something in this tavern that belongs to me, and tell me something only I could know.
First, I need to have something personal that belongs to you to learn your trace. It's a sort of pattern I'll use to recognize the other objects.
Smell this.
Alright. Prayer beads. Time-worn prayer beads with 30 woolen knots. The zeal gushing from the beads impregnates the wool better than the tallow from the owner's strong fingers. The object pulses with a mixture of blue rapture, purple passion, and graphite fierceness. The touch of the beads burns, but it also attracts. Alright. Rasputin has a magnetic zeal and passion. He is a man with an attractive personality, strong and fierce, who is easy to follow. One just has to be careful not to get burned by the flame of his ardor. Hopefully I did not need to write that down. Otherwise, it's a good thing I'm recording this. Alright.
I'll return to you in a moment.
I can hardly wait.
Okay, observations are information that you acquire by interacting with people and items. Observations make up conclusions, a valuable source of knowledge about the world and events that can help you in different situations. Perceptions and objects. Thaumaturges possess perception, which allows them to read other people's emotions, actions, words, and thoughts left on items. In order to recognize them, you must develop the heart, deed, word, and mind dimensions sufficiently. On some items, you will find a trace of someone's personality. It takes one of three forms. Unknown, you've seen it for the first time. Familiar, you've seen it before, but you're not certain who it belongs to. Certain, you know exactly who left it. Traces are only revealed once you pass the test of perception on the item.
Let's take a look around.
Alright. Dimension force too low. Well, at least it's in here, so. Trace unknown. Blue, purple. Okay, hair cloth. Okay,
Who would have thought there were such layers of passion within him?
Okay. An ornate prayer book. Such as silk. Alright. Who would have thought that this priest had such passion? Surprisingly, the mask of a healer conceals an outstanding lover, irresistible to women's hearts and bodies. Perhaps this is one of his healing methods. Uh-huh. Alright. You know what? We'll tell... I can zoom in. We'll tell Rasputin what we found next time. Thank you all so much for tuning in to this episode. Let me know if there's anything wrong with the volume down in the comments below. I've done my best to balance it. But, you know, maybe it's not perfect. yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and leave this episode here. And yeah, thank you for tuning in. And I will see you all with this again on Friday. Yes, Friday. Until then, take care, have fun, and happy trails.